Fights are scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. The winner advances to the Final Four of this Season 9 featherweight tournament.
You ready? Let's get it on.
Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Tai1mi1nglo looking to start things to the body.
He's got to change things up, set up his takedown. He knows he can't just bull rush in.
Kick caught. Tai1mi1nglo really just going to the ground without much aid of Andrew Fisher.
But can Fisher keep him there? He's very explosive.
Tai1mi1nglo was looking for a head and arm throw, couldn't find it. Now the clinch.
Tai1mi1nglo getting a little reckless with his hands.
Andrew Fisher, the Englishman. He's in the white trunks. Tai1mi1nglo from Guam is in the black trunks. Now moving in aggressively.
Now this is a wild fight so far.
There's the head and arm throw successfully executed by Tai1mi1nglo.
Couldn't keep him down though.
Two wildly different body types in the Bellator cage.
Both these guys are fighting like it's a one-round fight.
Fisher listed at 5'10". He really does look longer and taller, though, than Tai1mi1nglo's 5'5". If you have not done so now, I strongly encourage you to download the Bellator app. iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, all Android operating systems. It's free, it's fully interactive. You can do real-time scoring, real-time stats, courtesy of CompuStrike and more. It's the Bellator app.
Fisher has to take advantage of these wild strikes of Tai1mi1nglo.
Big uppercut from Tai1mi1nglo.
Got to give Tai1mi1nglo a reason not to throw these shots.
Stop.
Little head collision there.
Step over there.
Time called by referee John McCarthy.
Look at you. You all right? Yeah.
Headbutt, just making sure it didn't cause a cut.
Let me take a look. Come here. Come here. Come here. It's the second time with the clash of the heads. Watch your heads inside, all right? All right, here we go. Fight!
Great bit of refereeing from John McCarthy, just as one would expect. Time in.
Yeah, problem is just with their height difference and the way they're fighting, that's going to be an issue in this fight. Tai1mi1nglo really winging those shots, putting his head into it.
Jimmy, Tai1mi1nglo is trying to punch to the body. I guess it's a high target to punch to the head of Fisher.
It's a good way to start. Bring your opponent down to your level. Leg kicks and body shots. Fisher trying to time those punches now. You see that jab. Caught him with a good right hand earlier. He's got to time Tai1mi1nglo, catch him coming in. Oh, good right hand.
Then another right. Fisher circling out. Tai1mi1nglo just leaning in with his chin, baiting Andrew Fisher.
Thing is, you know, hands low, winging some wild punches. His timing's unorthodox. Hard to time a guy like that. Fisher really hasn't figured him out yet.
Snap jab with the left hand from Fisher.
Well, yeah, that kid has power in his hands, though. You can tell.
Tai1mi1nglo finished that combo with the left hand.
It's not pretty, but it hurts.
So far, Jimmy Fisher,
good right hand by Fisher.
On the right hand, but he's really yet to be able to establish that superior reach advantage. Because of that, Tai1mi1nglo moving right inside the pocket.
Very good, very explosive. Hard to time a guy like that, but if you do, man, you pay a big price for pushing in that hard. He runs into a punch, it could be lights out.
45 seconds remaining in round number 1. Opening round of this featherweight tournament.
In situations like this, when they're both looking at one another, Fisher has to put that jab on him. Snap his head back with the jab. Don't let him sit at range.
Snap kick from Tai1mi1nglo, just missed. Tai1mi1nglo trying to snap his jab. Step in, uppercut to the body by Tai1mi1nglo. Both fighters willing to stand and bang. That's the end of round 1. The 3 judges scoring cage side for this fight and for all fights tonight as signed by the state of California. Jimmy, your scorecard unofficial, although it may be, has been assigned by the fans of Bellator.
Thank you so much, fans. 10-9 Joe Tai1mi1nglo. Based on those big punches just like that he's been landing.
You know there's some dissenters saying, I didn't assign Jimmy that scorecard.
And man, I hear from them, trust me.
Let your voice be heard on the Bellator app. You get to be the fourth judge. Big opportunity for these two fighters. Andrew Fisher from Sunderland, England. First fight outside of his native England. Joe Tai1mi1nglo, 1-0 in Bellator. Looking for pro MMA win number 19, the Guamanian. The winner through to the semifinal round of this featherweight tournament. Fisher starting to establish the reach. First time, by the way, I've ever said Guamanian in about, what, 8 years of doing MMA.
Proud of you, Sean. Proud of you. He's not going to win the fight, though, at that kind of range. The problem is what establishes the range is the jab, just like that. Fisher hasn't really gotten it going. He's landing some good right hands, but the jab, the lead kick, those establish range.
Fisher doing a nice job slipping that uppercut, step-in knee from Tai1mi1nglo. Tai1mi1nglo just winging those right hands from hands at his waist position. Now walking down Fisher is Joe Tai1mi1nglo.
Looks like these punches are taking their toll. Fisher not as busy at all in this second round.
From the tie plumb in the knees. Fisher right out. Fisher again trying to snap that left jab.
And the nature of Tai1mi1nglo's attack, he's very vulnerable to some counter punches. Fisher right now just not throwing them.
You see Tai1mi1nglo just loading up that right hand.
Watch your heads.
In between rounds, they told Baby Joe, keep up the pressure. He's doing his part, and, you know, it's having its effect on Fisher.
There's that big right hand again from the man from Guam, Joe Tai1mi1nglo. Stepping in with that uppercut, just missing. He's throwing a lot of lead uppercuts, though, Jimmy.
Problem is, Joe's attack is using a lot of energy. Not efficient with his strikes. He's putting a lot behind every single one. That takes a lot of gas out of you. You see your Fisher waiting. You're the taller guy. You have the longer reach. Keep that jab in his face. He's not doing it. That's what's letting Joe get back with these big bombs. He's not putting anything in his face.
Bouncing this step now of Andrew Fisher.
Let's go, swing. You should swing. Let's go.
Yeah, he's complaining about an eye poke. Looked like a legit shot to me, Sean.
Looked that way as well. The referee, John McCarthy, says fight on. Fisher looking for a better angle. There's a back fist from Tai1mi1nglo. That was just improvised, but landed. Outside kick. Superman punch.
Fisher's waiting. He's not being the aggressor. He's not initiating. That's what's killing him in this fight so far.
Jimmy, in round one, I said two radically different body types. How about two radically different striking styles?
Very true. Tai1mi1nglo very loose, a lot of power punches. Fisher much tighter, but his volume just isn't there, and he's not establishing that range. He's not going to win this at close range.
And a right from Fisher on the outside. The outside kick again from Tai1mi1nglo. Tai1mi1nglo's been willing to step in with the uppercut, willing to throw the outside kicks, willing to throw to the body. He has not seemed troubled at all by Fisher's reach.
Yeah, to Fisher, it looks a little bit, to me, like a sparring match. Like he's, you know, kind of going through the motions, but not really going after Joe Tai1mi1nglo. Tai1mi1nglo's, you know, content now to pot shot, throw those big shots and hope to catch him, but Fisher just doesn't have that urgency that he needs to get out of this fight.
Slight blood trickle coming from the nose of Andrew Fisher. Look at the shoulder roll there. Hands at the waist for Joe Tai1mi1nglo. Leading with his chin again. He's almost baiting Fisher to snap that jab. Just like that. Look at his head position.
It's simple math. If you hit twice as hard, I have to hit you twice as many times. Fisher has to be a lot busier than the power puncher, Joe Tai1mi1nglo. He's not doing that.
There's a smile on the face of Joe Tai1mi1nglo. No smile on the face of Andrew Fisher. Final seconds now of round number 2. Superman punch. Fisher looking for the takedown. Tai1mi1nglo keeps his feet.
You see here, this has been the story of the fight. Tai1mi1nglo coming in, throwing bombs. hands down unorthodox. A lot of power punches, but you see the inactivity of Fisher, not making him pay for those technical deficiencies.
Jimmy, on your scorecard.
2-0 Joe Tai1mi1nglo, both 10-9 rounds.
The winner through to the Final Four of this featherweight tournament. It's good athleticism from Tai1mi1nglo. Almost cartwheeling his way out of danger as the kick was caught by Fisher. Step in knee from Joe Tai1mi1nglo. Snap jab from Tai1mi1nglo into the body. Jimmy, if you're in the corner of Andrew Fisher, are you imploring him, use your jab, use your reach advantage?
The problem now is it's hard for him to point his way back into a fight. I think he needs a knockout now. So you're almost telling him, hey, just turn over that right hand, see if you can finish this guy. Jab is great for establishing range, but that should have been done in the first round. It's going to be hard for him to get back in this fight with just the jab. And so that advice changes. In the third round, it's, hey, turn on that right hand so you can get this guy out of here. He's dipping his head a lot, maybe catch him with a kick coming in, but the whole, use your jab, establish range, that should have been done 2 rounds ago.
Slight mouse is formed under Tai1mi1nglo's left eye. Fisher was bloodied from his nose, round number 2.
Hey, Tai1mi1nglo's having fun in there. You see he's smiling.
Just like that, spinning back kick.
He's having fun.
Didn't land, but it really sends a note of confidence.
It certainly does.
On the step of Tai1mi1nglo.
Fisher just hasn't been able to really concern Tai1mi1nglo with anything. Hasn't been able to get him off his game. That's why he's throwing this stuff.
Took the side kick there. Right now on the bridge of Fisher's nose.
Nice right hand through the center.
Clubbing right hand by Fisher. And threw a smile from the Englishman.
Problem is, it was a clubbing right hand. Didn't turn it over, didn't have a snap necessary to really hurt Tai1mi1nglo. It's a totally different mentality. It's a totally different strategy when it's, I have to finish the fight, which on my scorecard he does.
Tai1mi1nglo just pointed to his chin at the end of that last exchange. 2:15 remaining in this third and final round. Again, the lead step-in uppercut from Joe Tai1mi1nglo. Feints with the knee. Considering the reach advantage of Andrew Fisher, the height advantage, the length advantage, the range advantage of Andrew Fisher, amazing, Jimmy, how low Tai1mi1nglo has kept his hands, how much he's led with his chin, and yet he's not paying the price for either. And he's doing it not through bad technique, but through real confidence.
It's a matter of Fisher hasn't given him a reason to keep his hands up, to change things around.
Just like that. Look at the hands of Tai1mi1nglo. He's a technically sound fighter, but right now he's a fighter who feels like he is strongly winning this fight. Double jab there from Fisher.
Usually when a guy has his hands this low, they're relying on their speed. He's relying on the fact, I think, that Fisher just isn't throwing.
1:05 remaining in this third and final round.
And Fisher's not fighting like a guy who needs a knockout in this third round. In between rounds, he asked who won the last round. The coach said, oh, it's close. I think his coach should have made it a little more emphatic. Hey, you're losing. You need a finish in this round. He's certainly not fighting like it, Sean.
Jimmy, I know as an MMA trainer, you're from this school of the great boxing trainer, the late Angelo Dundee. Don't lie to your fighter.
Now you're blowing it, son. Famous advice, Sugar Ray Leonard. You are blowing it. You got to get the knockout, and he did.
1981 versus Tommy Hearns.
That's what Fisher needs to do now. He needs to know that he's blowing it. He's letting this fight slip away.
Tai1mi1nglo looks like he's having a great time. 20 seconds remaining. Tai1mi1nglo now walking down Andrew Fisher. Tai1mi1nglo pointing, throws a big windmill right hand, and that's the end of the